Sausage and sauerkraut is a great weeknight meal. It's also a great comforting meal. It is hearty, it is delicious. We're gonna up it with a couple potatoes too. But to start, we're gonna start with the sausage, which I'm using a Polish style kielbasa, which to me is great because it is easy to find in the grocery store. And I'm just gonna cut it into pieces. Nothing perfect here, just pieces that are manageable and can be kind of serving sizes. What's great about kielbasa, it has so much flavor in it. It's really economical to buy in the grocery store, but I do think it can be enhanced a little bit by making sure we brown it first, and that just starts the cooking process. So I have my skillet heating on low, and I'm gonna add all the kielbasa pieces. And what I wanna do is just cook them on each side until they begin to brown. While we're browning the sausage, I just want to get ready our onion and our potato. So this is kind of a base layer flavor, but it also adds a little bit more heft to make it a weeknight meal. So instead of just sauerkraut, which hey, if you're not into sauerkraut, yes, you could do this with cabbage, but sauerkraut really adds something special, and I think this is a great intro to sauerkraut if you're not used to it. We're gonna grab a couple russet potatoes. I scrubbed them. I like to leave the skins on. You know, there's nutrients in the skin, and we're gonna actually roast these. So I think they're gonna even have better flavor than you're expecting, and I wanna give them about a 1/2-inch dice. So this is one of those things where when you are coming home from work and you're thinking, I am not in the mood to cook a lot, I'm not in the mood to be in the kitchen, this is a quick meal you can do that's gonna give you that amount of time that isn't that much, but then gonna give you a meal that is comforting and warm and perfect in the winter. So I'm gonna finish chopping these, I'm gonna turn the kielbasa, and then soon enough, we're gonna have a meal ready to go. Kielbasa is fully cooked, most commercial kielbasa that you're gonna get in the grocery store. But I do like to just brown it. See how it just gets a little bit of color, but I also think that adds a little bit of flavor. And there's something to that. So I'm just gonna set it aside. We're gonna finish that in the end. I'm gonna turn the heat off. The skillet is hot. And what that means is we can just add some butter right to the skillet and it's gonna start melting right here, which is really nice. So what I'm gonna do is just swirl that around and let it just melt into the skillet with that residual heat, because this is going to be the cooking fat for all of these now potatoes and onions I have ready. So think of this as a pseudo kind of hash beginner. You know when you have a really good hash and it has all that flavor? That's kind of what we're doing here. So I'm gonna add in these potatoes, all of them, and the onion. So we're gonna roast these actually in the oven as opposed to cook them on the stovetop. On the stovetop, potatoes, when they're cut into a dice like this, are harder to cook evenly, right? It's hard to get them creamy in the center because you don't have that even cooking on the stove. Putting them in the oven at a nice high temperature and letting them roast is going to brown the outsides of them. I'm tossing them with the butter. And it's going to give them that caramelization and really be that perfect method. And it only takes a few minutes, which is what's really nice. So you don't have to babysit on the stove. You can throw it in and then really everything comes together in the end perfectly. But you see how now they're coated? That's what we want. So now we can really season these up with a little bit of paprika, a little bit of garlic powder, some black pepper, and then I'll add some salt too. But this mixture is just kind of that great blend that works great on roasted potatoes. We of course need salt. That's what's gonna make sure we flavor these. And we're just gonna toss them again in that mixture and throw them right into the oven. Do you see how easy this is? This meal really is super easy, super economical. We are using russet potatoes here. We're using things that are so easy to have on hand. And you're gonna wanna make this time and again because if nothing else, you're gonna want the leftovers. I just pulled these out of the oven. They smell so good. Why would you do it on the stove? Look how perfectly this is. They're getting brown, they smell amazing. Now, to check, by the way, when you're using an oven-safe skillet, doesn't have to be cast iron. I love cast iron. Did you know it adds iron to your diet? It's wonderful. Always keep something over the handle to remind you it's hot, because otherwise you'll touch it accidentally and you will never get that skin back. It will be on the skillet. So always take a knife or something. I'm just checking the tenderness, see how that just goes in, no resistance. That's how you wanna know. So now we're gonna talk about sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. Of course, it's gut healthy. You can use a fresh sauerkraut. I'm using a homemade sauerkraut. It's been in my fridge since I made this in the summer. Now, the thing to remember is, yes, cooking it probably takes away some of that gut healthy thing, but it's just as good and it still has a lot of good nutrients. You can use canned sauerkraut, anything. You can use, grocery store sauerkraut. Don't feel bad about that. But I am using my homemade sauerkraut because that is why I grow so much cabbage, because I love sauerkraut. Now to this, since it has kind of that beautiful flavor of the sour, kind of funky, delicious flavor, we want to kind of balance that and add some kind of unique texture to it. So I'm gonna add whole grain mustard, I love whole grain mustard because it has that texture, it has the little pops of flavor, but it's not near as strong as just a Dijon would be. We're also gonna add some honey. Now this is where, if you want, you can add a little bit more, you could add a little bit less. I'm adding on the lower amount for what some people would like, and that's because I don't want it to be overly sweet. I just want that balance and that play. So what I'm doing is mixing this all together, and that residual heat from the skillet will slowly kind of melt that honey into it. But do you see the texture we're getting? It's beautiful. You're getting that pop of the whole grain mustard. Just stir it till it's evenly combined. Smooth it out into an even layer. Guys, it smells so good. I love sauerkraut. To me, it's very comforting. It's something my mom would make ever so often because we all loved it. So I'm gonna just place these back on top, and really what we're doing at this point is making sure everything gets warmed through. So we're gonna put it back into the oven because the oven's going, the oven's hot, and I just wanna make sure everything is hot. You know, the kielbasa, while it is pre-cooked when you buy it, you want it to be served hot, and you want that sauerkraut now to be hot. And so we're just gonna put this back into the oven, let it really warm through, and then I'm gonna chow down. You can see I just brought that out of the oven, and can I just tell you my moment here that you missed? I brought it out, I set it down, and I thought, looks-wise, we're just gonna keep this hot pad over here, not thinking. And you know what I went and did? I went and touched it, and it hurt. Keep the hot pad on it, or a towel. I'm chopping up some parsley because we eat with our eyes first, don't we? And you know what? Look at this. You add a little bit of green to something, and I know it seems like, Caleb, I'm not gonna buy parsley for this. Okay, parsley is good. It does have a fresh flavor, and I just think it looks nice. So yeah, I am going to, because it's pretty, and it makes you feel good. And it adds greens, so you don't have to have a salad. Here it is, it's beautiful. What I like is the kielbasa plumps slightly in that final roasting time in the oven, so it just gets a little bit plumper. It looks beautiful, and honestly, what I'm going in for, my favorite part, the sauerkraut with that potato. It's hot. I love sauerkraut. I could just eat it out of the jar, obviously, since I make it. What I love about it here is it's tempered. We're not just getting sauerkraut, we're getting that mustard, we're getting the potato with it, we're getting those spices on the potatoes, roasted in butter, by the way. And I know with that kielbasa, it has that great sausage flavor with not a lot of smoke, but just a hint. This is a special dish. It's one that is both nostalgic. It is one that if you did not grow up with it or have it before, it's gonna become nostalgic for you because it's just instantly comforting. It's instantly delicious, and it's instantly something you wanna go back into, and it warms you to the core. You don't just need soup. You can do it with something like this. So what do I hope you do with it? I hope you make it. I hope you become a fan of sauerkraut if you're not yet. And I hope you make something that is both delicious, nutritious, and just warm and fuzzy. That's what it's all about. So share this video around because yeah, that helps me, but you know what else it helps? People to realize good food is possible to make at home. I'm here to cheer you on so you can do it just like this. Check my website, wiseguy.com, for all my recipes, including this one. Enjoy.